Cédric and I are going to work at the same time because it takes a long time to make a Venetian goblet. So I'm going to start by making this chicken in boro with color, and it's going to be blown. And then when I'm working, Cédric will work on the twisted cane for the leg, and then the cup and the foot. So it will all happen at the same time. It's going to take me about half an hour to do the chicken, and when I'm going to be done with that, Cédric will start putting everything together and the chicken will fly through the Venetian goblet. Okay? And feel free to ask if you have any questions when I'm working. Do you have something to say?
We already have a component ready because it takes more than 1 hour to do it.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a cooking recipe, you see. Watch her and I'm going to have something ready.
Ta-da! It's done!
Okay.
Okay,
ready?
so this is the finished product, and I'm going to do another one for you.
Faut taper la main. Okay, go.
Yay! Okay, so I have no gas. Oh, okay. Okay, so yesterday I already pulled my point, so it's going to be faster a little bit. Okay, so now the first step will be to put the color on this cylinder over here. And to do that, and because I want to have color everywhere, and I want to have color at the bottom also, and not having to reheat the head of my chicken, I will just remove this point. And I'm going to blow a little bit to even the thickness of my tube. And make sure that I have a good start before I start putting some color on. All right, so now I'm gonna heat everywhere. And I'm gonna roll into a small size borosilicate frit. And we'll do that 3 or 4 times just to make sure that I have a nice yellow rubber chicken color.
And I'm doing a fake twisted cane.
A fake twisted cane? No. Well, Cédric is starting a twisted cane, but he already has some component made, so it's going to be a little bit faster to do the leg of the goblet. And I try to keep everything as even as I can on my tube, just because borosilicate doesn't like it when it's super thick on one side and super thick on the other side. So I'm putting color, and then I can blow a little bit just to make sure that everything stays perfect. Right, so when you have the color everywhere, now I'm going to put back a second handle just to be able to blow and to stretch the neck, and everything will stay pretty much straight. Then I do that. Just heating a rod, just fuse a little bit, try to keep everything center. Blow a little bit. Okay. So now I'm gonna blow the belly of my chicken. feel free if you have any question, okay? If you want to ask something. Okay, you wait before you blow. Okay, blow just a little bit the belly. Then I'm gonna switch flame to a smaller one to be able to stretch my neck. When I'm doing that, Cédric is encasing borrow color in clear to do a Venetian twisted cane. So I stay in the flame just to have a smaller diameter for my neck. And I'm gonna start stretching a little bit. Okay, so I have my neck and I have my big belly. Now it's time to add the chicken wings.
You're fast.
Well, you're gonna be starving by the end of that demo. I'm gonna talk about chicken all the time. Okay, this is gonna be the head of my chicken. Now, chicken wings. Oops. Okay. I want my chicken wings to be yellow also, so I need to heat up a clear, and then I'm gonna roll in the yellow color. To coat, and then I'm gonna fry my chicken wing in the flame. This. All right, so when you fuse a component to something in borrow, you need to make sure that the fusing is perfect. So both things has to be very hot. Stick, and then you blow a little bit to make sure that you don't have any angle and you don't have any gap in between. It has to be pretty smooth. Right. Okay, I have my mini wings. I want a little bone to stick here, just so that it looks more like a real chicken wing. And I'm gonna make that a little bit more pointy. This, and then I will reheat and put the wing in the position in the back of my chicken. Okay, so I have my first chicken wing. So I'm gonna fry another one.
Do not deconcentrate me.
I'm sorry. Twist, pull, twist, pull.
You can say it.
Faster, faster. All right. Gonna fuse my other wing. The bone. Wow. Qu'est-ce que tu fais là, Cédric?
Hein?
Qu'est-ce que tu fais?
Quel twister?
Non, mais tu l'expliques?
Non, non.
Okay, so now I'm gonna do the leg of my chicken. So when you do a twisted cane in Boro, it's not like making a twisted cane in soft glass like we did this week. You cannot twist and pull everything at the same time. Sometimes when you do that, it devitrifies because borosilicate, when you stretch it and it's too cold, it will turn all white.
So you need a lot of heat to do it?
Yeah, it has to be very, very, very hot. Hotter than the soft glass twist Venetian cane that you all did. Okay, make one leg.
So now I'm starting just doing the curve. So this part takes a lot of time. So I'm just going to do it a little bit.
To show you the process, and then Cedric's gonna do another component of the goblet.
So you see you're just hitting the back of the twisted cane, not the inside, always the back. Okay, and because it's Boro, it can touch the glass, okay? When you curve it like this, if you touch it, it can crack. So it has to be close, but not too close.
With borosilicate, if you don't fuse it completely, you will have a crack. So if you want to do twisted like this, you really need to make sure that you have a little bit of space in between
You see?
each layer.
I have a gap.
Oh,
Okay.
So if it touches at all, it'll...
Mm-hmm. Okay, so you've got the idea. Okay. Abracadabra. Oh! This was fast. Oh! Butterfly.
It's magic.
I think it takes almost 1 hour just to do this. And so you see I have some dots. I'm going to attach them together. So your chicken has to fit inside this.
I think it will.
Okay.
Well, it's going to be flying through the hole, so.
We will manage.
Oh yeah, it has to fly, please. Right, so I have my 2 legs.
Are you keeping the whole body warm?
Not for now, but I'm going to reheat everything because before I'm doing something else. But for now, it's okay.
And were you talking about the chicken?
I guess.
Ah, okay.
Both. The chicken, because I have color and I have solid attached to blown, I try to keep the body warm when I'm doing the legs. And then I'm just going to flame anneal everything to make sure that I don't have too much stress in it. And then I will be able to move and work in another place without having the body to crack.
So here, because it's really thin, I'm just adding a little bit more glass to make it thicker.
The connection.
Yes, just the connection.
Okay, so I will be making the eyes of my chicken. So same thing when you want to add dots, it's not like soft glass like you did. You really need to have 2 spots to be very, very hot when you fuse them together. If it's not hot enough, you will have a crack around the eye. Super hot.
It's not good
What's not good?
to have a crack.
To have a
Yeah.
crack, it's never good. Okay, so I have one on. Okay, same thing for the second one. It has to be very hot. And then I'm gonna work on the beak.
So you see, this is the bottom of the goblet. The foot will be attached here, and the cup here, and here it's for the chicken.
The chicken will
Okay.
go, woo!
Can we see?
Yeah. Just like that.
Wow. So, il faut que ce soit assez long.
Ouais. That's Boro. Yes, that's Boro. You can have opaque color also in Boro. Now they have all kinds of very, very pretty color. You just have to be careful when it's opaque not to boil the color, because when you heat it too close from the tip of your flame, sometimes it will start boiling and you will have bubble everywhere. You don't want to have a bubble beak.
So I'm just adding a little bit more Venetian decoration.
Okay,
So you see?
now I have my beak, and then I'm gonna do, how do you call the little red thing that the chicken has under their neck? Like a rooster has that. Like, just two little things here. Do you have a name for that? No? Okay. Okay, just like that. And then I have to do what? The comb. And we will call him Elvis. Yeah. I love Elvis. I was in love with Elvis when I was young. I watched all of his movies. I love him so much.
Really?
Yeah, I still
Who's this
love
guy?
him. I still love him a lot. A Elvis rubber chicken.
So you're going back in and fusing something?
Yes, because for now it's not fused, okay? It's just tacked. And if I'm not going back to fuse everything, it's going to crack.
But it's okay for a little bit.
Yes, because it's hot
Right.
and I'm taking a
So,
chance.
the face is done. Now I have to put a little knob of glass here so we will be able to attach the chicken inside the leg. So I need to remove this. I need to fuse a piece of clear glass here, make a little hole, and remove my other point. Why am I making a little hole? I'm making a little hole because I don't want this blown chicken to be all closed and have pressure inside. And sometimes when you don't have a hole and you just close everything, it will just collapse on himself. So I'm going to start by putting a little dot of clear, and then we'll do a hole, and then remove the point, and the last step will be to finish the feet of my chicken. I have bubble. Smaller flame. We'll fuse that very well to the belly. wait a little bit before we do the hole. And I will do the tiny, tiny hole just on the belly of my chicken, a little place where it's going to be hiding a little bit. Alright, so you just heat one spot with a tiny flame, and then you blow your little hole. It always makes the perfect little hole inside. You see it? And then you just fire polish the hole and make it just super small. Doesn't need to be very big. Okay, so now I'm going to remove this point. Make a little tail for my chicken. This. Now I will finish the feet of my chicken.
So I'm going to do the same thing on the other side, as fast as I can.
Oh, you have time.
Oh, I still have a lot to do.
Right, same thing when you fuse color. Has to be very, very well fused. If it's not, the feet are going to crack where you fuse the two pieces of glass. I'm sorry, I cannot hear you.
If it was clear,
Yes,
what is the difference between adding clear?
it's the same thing. The fuse, when you're going to join the two pieces of glass, it has to be super hot because it's boro, and boro doesn't like having texture or an angle in between. So it has to flow very well in between. No texture, no line. Otherwise, it will, even if you anneal it, it will crack right in between. But you have to do exactly the same thing with clear that you will do with color. There's no difference.
You have questions?
No, I'm fine. Okay, so I'm going to do the other one. That is very dirty. We'll just remove that. both super hot. Fuse. When I cut, it's easier if you're not like this. I use my torch to be more stable.
It's just an excuse.
It's just an excuse. Well, it actually worked very well. So I'm done with my feet. Now I need to put a panty on the tail, so I will be able to remove that, and it will be easier for Cédric to grab the chicken and attach everything together. So I'm just going to reheat everything and make sure that the temperature is even everywhere, because I spend a lot of time on the feet. So I want to be able to remove a little bit of the stress that I have in that. So when you flame anneal, you have to have a very soft flame with a little bit more gas than you would normally use. And you go at the top of the flame and it will be about the same temperature of your annealer. So it will help you to keep working on your chicken without having a crack in it.
We're doing the same thing.
Well, same thing for Cédric, because he had a lot of component and he was heating just small spot at the time. It means that you have stress everywhere, and when it's color, it's even worse. So reheating everything and letting everything cool down at the same time will help you to keep your work without having to be too stressful and working too fast. Right, so I'm gonna put the panty on the tail. So I will fuse it well because it's easy to remove, and if it's just a cold panty, maybe it will just break and fall off. So I'm making a nice fuse of the two parts. Make sure that it's very strong. And then I will put it in the right position for Cédric to be able to fuse it on his goblet. I'm so nice. How long do you want this here? About an inch or less?
Let me see.
Here.
Yes.
An inch?
1 inch. I can adjust it later.
Right, so my chicken is ready. Chicken. And when it's going to be ready, it will fuse both together. So I will put this in the kiln so it will be warm for him to pick that up, and we'll remove also a little bit of the stress that you have in the glass. You always have to be more careful when you use color.
Mets-le plus à droite.
Ici?
Non, là-bas.
Là-bas?
Ouais.
Ok.
So I'm almost done with this part. Just a few more things.
Tu veux les plus petites?
Non. Okay, so just a small flame annealing. Okay, put it in the kiln.
You have enough room?
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
No, it's not a problem if you touch the chicken now. It's just because he wants to have enough room to be able to remove it from the kiln to fuse all the parts together without having the chicken to drop on the table. Tu fais le buvant?
Ouais.
So now Cedric is going to blow the cup of the goblet using texture tube to make lines on the cup. Yes, it's already textured, but inside the tube. But you still have to be very careful not to overheat it and melt down all the ribs, because it can be very easy to melt everything that's inside.
So remember, you need to have one side open, okay?
So when you're done pulling your point and you cool them down, you have to open one side to be able to blow, because it's going to be like a blowpipe to inflate the cup. And then what he is doing is thickening the point a little bit, so it's not going to move when it will hit the cylinder, and also is going to recenter at the same time. So if you have everything really center, when you blow your cup, it's much more easier. It's a small step, but that small step will help you a lot. Est-ce que tu commences à twister tout de suite?
Non, je réchauffe tout.
Ok.
Minutes to
It's
go.
okay. He's not gonna cut you in the middle of your demo.
But I'm starving.
You're starving? It's because I was talking about chicken all the time.
Yeah. So I'm not heating too much because I don't want to lose the drawing inside the tube. So it's hot, but not too much. Okay, I'm twisting just a little bit.
So you cannot heat everything and twist and blow. You will have texture outside, and it will not be easy to blow. So you have to heat, twist a little bit, blow, heat a little bit, heat, twist, blow all the time, step by step.
Okay, so you wait before doing anything. You see I'm waiting, and then I blow.
You always wait before you blow, because if you go out of the flame, because it's a flame, you know, the last spot that you heat will always be hotter than the other spot. So if you don't wait, it's gonna blow from the hot spot. And if you wait a little bit, it will even the temperature around your cylinder, and you have more chance to have a very nice even bubble.
So now I'm just going to pull a little bit. So you remember your homework? That's for this.
You know when you're turning with your tube? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And
You don't like my
did you see his hand? Why you have the left on the top and the right under? It's because it's easy just to
That's not nice.
go and blow. If your hand are like this, you're kind of upside down, and everything will be off center by the time you switch your hand. So having a great position with your hand, it's really important. Tu veux quoi? Ça va, ça va.
So you see, this is the bottom of the cup, and this is the top of the cup. Okay. Oh, Mary's!
So now if you want, you can put little dots of color, do a little avolio with color to join everything together.
Tu veux ouvrir la porte?
Ouais.
Je vais mettre ça ailleurs, ça brûle.
Ouais. So same thing here, when you put the cup on the leg, you have to heat both dots super, super, super hot before you even think of touching them, because you want the glass to melt very well without having any texture or anything that will fold over each other. I'm sorry? Yes. Yeah, in between the twisted cane, you put a little dot, and you reheat only in between the twisted cane and the dot that he has on the goblet. So it had clear, color, and clear.
Okay. I'm just going to rebuild this thickness a little bit because it's too thin. Like this.
Tu changes pas, tu changes-tu de poignée pour ouvrir?
Non.
Non? OK.
Okay. Okay, so now I'm going to open it here.
So what he's going to do is going to remove this point. Tu vas souffler, puis tirer. So he's going to heat around the point and then pull and blow at the same times. So it will be paper thin, and then when you go back in the flame will cut the glass.
Not a nice one.
Now it's going to put a little lip wrap of color. Ça va, t'as pas le temps.
Ça va?
Ça va.
Just a little bit too small. Now I'm going to open it. Just going to fix this. Okay.
Ça va, ça va.
Okay. So now I'm going to work on the foot.
So when you open a cup like that, when you're done with your cup, you don't want to put the cup with the open side up. You want to put it upside down so it keeps a heat inside the cup, and it will cool down slowly instead of cooling down super fast. So if you cannot go in the annealer right away, you do that and it will survive. Yeah, because sometimes when you have a little bit of texture on the glass, it's a little bit more sensitive. So you always put it upside down on a piece of brick.
It gives you a chance.
Yeah, it gives you more chance.
So just adding a meringue like I did on the top of the goblet.
So just a little bit of color, super well fused. Va pas trop vite.
Hein?
Va pas trop vite. T'as du temps, c'est correct. Oh, why a rubber chicken? Okay, someone asked why a rubber chicken.
Why not?
Why not? Actually, it actually started at Pilchuck 2 weeks ago. One of my amazing Japanese students, Amy Fujita, bring some rubber chicken in the class, and she wanted to make rubber chicken in Moretti. So we start making rubber chicken, and then we went crazy with that. And we were, oh, let's make flying rubber chicken everywhere. And we start to make a lot of rubber chicken. And actually, it's kind of a funny twist on the Venetian goblet, because everyone makes amazing flowers and swan and bird. And we are a little bit crazy, so we were, well, why not a rubber chicken and rubber duck? And we are starting a little collection of Venetian goblet with rubber animal to put in the center.
Stupid things.
So it makes the goblet a little bit more fun and playful, and I love to laugh a lot, and I love jokes and stuff, so why not? I hope I answer your question, whoever you are.
Maybe it's Amy.
Woohoo!
I love this sound. So the lip wrap, oops. The lip wrap is aesthetic, but it also helps to open the foot because it's like a strong ring at the base of the goblet.
And it's thicker, and when you start heating the foot, when you have a little bit more glass, and actually the colored glass borosilicate has so many oxide in it, so much oxide in it, that the glass takes a longer time to heat. So you have time to really heat like the shoulder of the piece here, and they will stretch, and then at the last minute only the rim, the glass color will open and open the foot almost perfectly at each time when you do that. So you can see that it is heating more of the outside, and then woohoo, magic! And it takes a second, you know, the rim is too cold, too cold, too cold, and then whoa, right, just the right temperature, and it opened like a plate.
Okay. So I'm saving this one.
Tu veux que je le tienne?
Non, t'as pas un gant?
Non, j'ai pas de gants.
This is hot.
Je reviens.
Okay.
Tu veux un gant absolument pour...
Ben, okay, so the foot.
Tu vas prendre celui-là? OK. Je vais aller chercher un gant?
Ouais, c'est ça.
OK.
So I'm using this one because it's cold. And maybe I will need to grab it.
Hi, do you have a Kevlar glove? Just a small one. Yes, for Cedric.
Hey, I have one right here.
Don't. Thank you.
Merci. Je peux commencer à chauffer le poulet.
Tu veux que je le réchauffe dans la flamme?
Ouais.
Okay. So I'm gonna warm up that chicken one more time.
Flame cut.
Le dernier que j'ai fait?
Comme tu veux. It's okay, Harry. Thank you. It's just to grab this. It was hot. Thank you so much.
Tu l'as dans la mauvaise main?
Non, ça va. Okay, come. Okay.
Sorry.
Okay,
Too long? J'en enlève?
J'enlève
Combien?
un quart de pouce.
Un quart de pouce?
Mais c'est bon, je peux le faire.
Non, non, je le fais. Est-ce que c'est correct pour rentrer au centre?
Ouais, parfait.
OK.
Tu veux m'enlever le gant? Merci. Okay, 5 minutes and it's done. I'm just going to put a bridge.
So what it's going to do is going to attach the Ponty to the other rod to be able to fuse the attachment point that is under the chicken.
It's just easier to do it.
Yeah, so it's easier to reheat if it's not moving. So it's like it's a little bridge in between, and it will stay just like that, and you will be able to fuse everything perfectly.
Hopefully. And we have a holy chicken.
Quoi?
Le saint chicken.
J'ai compris.
C'est pas grave.
Okay, so now you remove your little handle. And then the last steps will be to fuse the foot on the goblet, and this is the last step.
It's not done. Okay, so the foot is cold, so I can grab it. Okay, a little bit more here. Oops. Is it straight? Looks straight.
It's straight.
Okay, just a small thing.
Qu'est-ce qui se passe?
Rien,
Des
juste,
vitrifications?
ouais, juste un petit truc à ressouder.
Okay. So you want to make sure that the attachment points are very well fused together, and also when you move it and it's cold, sometimes it devitrify a little bit, so you want to just reheat to make sure that you don't have any marks on it.
Okay. And at the end,
And then you just flame anneal the last thing that you've done to make sure that you don't have too much stress in it.
and we can put it in the annealer later today.
Yeah, and we can anneal it this afternoon.
Voilà.
Thank you!